Yeah, it's around 3 o'clock. Guess it's time for Orange Wall Talk. Why Orange Wall Talk? Because my wall is orange. Yeah. Purpose of this show is just to be a talk show, talk about different news topics or things in the culture, biblical topics especially, and pretty much anything else we want to talk about. So, first message or talk that we're going to discuss for the opening segment of our series is being a millennial in the digital age. Is it a good thing? The digital age. I mean, there's a lot of pros and cons for being in the digital age. Pros, I mean, people can live longer because if their heart's failing, they can put in like stents and everything to heal it up and keep it going, or like keeping a false heart and everything. People can have limbs. If they had amputee, they can get like a arm and everything. And I think now they're even starting to being able to feel like through them to a point, sensations, which is good. All these things are good. But is it all that it's cracked up to be? Millennial is someone who's born between the ages or the time of like around 1980 to about like 1995, I think is what they consider millennial, or up to the year 2000. And is it a good thing? Really? Because a lot of times you'd swear that it just feels that it's something's wrong. What do I mean by that? Well, when you go to a restaurant and you look at a family of, just a family, how often are they on their phones? I mean, do they talk to each other at all? Or is it just all phone connection? And if we're going to be honest, we know what that answer is. I mean, it's gotten to a point, like I know Chick-fil-A, they even have this thing that if you do like the challenge, you have to put your phones away, and if you can get the entire meal without touching your phone, you get like a free ice cream or something. So that's good. But is it all that's cracked up to be? Because really the social interactions of people, suffered because we're so glued to our phones, even when they're not there. Because you've probably experienced this. You feel like a vibration in your pocket, like your phone's there, and you reach in and it's not there. So, are we too dependent on technology? Because, I mean, a lot of people, they don't know how to. A lot of people just don't even go outside. Honestly, even with that thing that happened a couple of years ago with Pokemon Go, there's still. I mean, that got people out for a moment, but it still doesn't get people outside because we have so many video games, so many computers, so much stuff just staying inside. It's like, go outside, hear the birds, walk. It's good for you. But even when people are outside, they're on their phone or listening to music on their phone. It's like we can't go anywhere without technology. Not even a few moments. And it's just, why is there an obsession with it? Why are we so glued to technology, to the digital age? Why are we wanting to be so much on social media? Why are we wanting to put everything out there and be so glued to these items? I mean, the basic of technology is to make life better because it's a tool that is to be used in a certain way. Now, here's the problem. We're abusing that tool. It's no longer a tool, it's an obsession, idol, it's some places even deity, whatever you want to call it. It's become to a point that it's irrational what we do with it. I remember, you probably have seen this, I remember, way back when I was in high school, 8 years out of it, but I remember way back in high school, I remember seeing kids who would, even though they would get it back at the end of class, they would get it back at the end of class, but they would rather get suspended than they would give up their phone for even a moment. Even a moment. Just, for the class. It'd be an hour-long class, you go without your phone. Not even for that long. They couldn't go without it for that long. Not even 5 minutes. And it's just like, why? I always was bothered by that. Why? Why can't you go without a phone for an hour? I mean, I didn't have a phone at the time. This is still when, the new iPhones and everything were coming out. I didn't have a phone at the time. It's only when I got a phone out of high school because I needed it for work. And, yeah, just seeing what it was, this was a basic phone I had. just being glued to it, just with a few things of being access to the internet and everything, it was different. And I ponder and stuff like, is there a balance? Is there a way we can get away from the phones and get away from technology and get back to a normalcy of being able to look someone in the eye and talk with them without this thing that I'm even using to film this, without it being used to interrupt my life? Because my life can be developed and helped by the use of this tool, but it feels like my life is only used for the tool in some ways. It's like, I mean, there are people who only live for technology, social media and everything else, which is a different topic. But it's taken to the extreme of, what are we doing with our lives? Because we're not developing anything socially, interaction-wise, because we're kind of dead with everything that goes on. I mean, when was the last time you could actually talk with someone straight up for 5 minutes without a phone or a camera or anything on you? 5 minutes, are you able to do it? 5 hours, are you able to do it? Not including work or anything. 5 hours, are you able to put your phone down and actually just talk to someone or work or do something else? I have to admit, that's hard for me. I'm not doing anything. I may just look up the weather. I may just look up some stuff, but YouTube and all that is just, I mean, that's the problem with it. I mean, like for me, my problem is like I can look at one video, and then I look at another video, another video, another video. Next thing I know, 2 hours go by. So it's a bit of a problem. But that's, I guess, the whole issue of it. Is there a way to stop it and bring it back into a normalcy? But with the further advances of technology, the further advances of everything that goes on, it's probably only going to get worse. There might be ways to stop it and change it around, but I frankly don't necessarily have an answer besides everyone just get off the phone. Like, it's required. Get off the phone. It's like, even as a society, we know it's a problem. We know it's an issue. We don't do anything to stop it, though. Why? I guess because we want it so much? I guess? I don't know. Anyway, this is Orange Wall Talk. We upload every time around 3 o'clock. We'll be back next time around that time to talk about another issue. Thank you for watching this one. And really take some time away from being on the phone or around technology or anything, because we're stuck around it. It's time to get unstuck. So, thank you for watching, and have a good day.